In the late night hours, a front door opens. A teenager crosses the porch with a small bag in one hand and a pet carrier in the other. Inside is a grey cat. Her phone and her laptop sit where she left them in her room. The street is quiet. She turns a corner and is never seen again. Welcome back to the Nowhere Files and the disappearance of Atraya Berardi from Rockledge, Florida in late May 2024. At approximately 11 p.m, a short walk begins, and the trail fades before the next street light. There's just a narrow window where ordinary choices begin to look strange. We'll look into that window to trace the final confirmed moments, the small items she carried, the belongings she left behind, the search that grew from a single house to a statewide alert, and the detail that keeps returning in every notice, the grey cat with the deformed ear. Before this case ever reached Rockledge, life for Atraya Berardi was in Palatka, Florida, where she attended Palatka Junior Senior High School. In January 2024, sadly her mother passed away. 2 months later, in March, family brought her to Rockledge to live with her aunt and uncle. It was a huge adjustment for Atraya. A funeral and grieving the loss of her mother, a move and a new household. By late May, she was still new to the city, and aside from the relatives she was living with, there's no public indication of other established ties in Rockledge. All these changes occurred very quickly. One home ending, another beginning. Routines trying to take shape in a new and unfamiliar setting. It matters because it frames the months leading into that night. Different walls, different rules, and not much time for the new version of daily life to settle. When Atraya didn't come back the next morning, her concerned family contacted Rockledge Police to report her missing. Officers spoke with relatives, confirmed the time she was last seen outside the home, and initiated an investigation as they considered her in danger. Police commenced talking to the neighbours, appealing for any doorbell cameras facing the street and any possible leads. Nothing publicly released since shows a confirmed direction after that front doorstep. Atraya was 16 when she disappeared. She was described as about 5'4" and weighing 110 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. Identifying details include a small heart tattoo on her left thumb and multiple nose piercings. It was noted that she was wearing a pair of black Nike shorts at the time of her disappearance. Atraya was also known to have a history of running away while living with her mother in Palatka, but she always returned after a couple of days. Also, there's one detail authorities kept repeating because it's different and unusual: the grey cat with a deformed ear. The cat wasn't just part of Atraya's life, it's part of the last confirmed moment before she vanished. On the night she left, on the 24th of May 2024, around 11 p.m, from her aunt and uncle's place in the 900 block of Ocaso Lane in Rockledge, Atraya took a small bag of toiletries and carried the cat in a pet carrier. She left her phone and her laptop behind, which implies she may have only planned to leave for a short time. But none of that explains the night Atraya disappeared. It only raises more questions. In the weeks that followed, the case stepped up. Rockledge Police told local media they believed Atraya was in danger, and they asked for tips from anyone who may have seen her or had any camera footage from that late Friday night. And on July 19, 2024, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement issued a missing child alert for Atraya. After that last confirmed sighting outside the Rockledge home, there isn't a public update that places Atraya anywhere else. No verified video has been released, and no transaction or phone data has been shared that gives any idea of where she may have gone. The details that police have to work with are very sparse. When a person disappears without a trace, theories become the only way to navigate the silence that follows, and in Atraya's case there are a few possibilities, none confirmed, but each unsettling in its own way. Was it a planned departure that went wrong? Atraya had a history of running away, but in those earlier cases, it always ended up the same way, with her returning home shortly after. But this time, something was different. She took her cat, packed a small bag, and walked out into the night. No phone, no laptop, nothing that would let anyone find her. Bringing the cat suggests intention, not impulse. She meant to care for her pet wherever she was going. Maybe she planned to stay with someone she trusted, a friend or an online contact. This theory sits somewhere between a runaway and an abduction, a choice that began willingly but ended in circumstances she couldn't control. Was she coerced or lured away? Investigators can't rule out the idea that someone lured her out of the house. It was late, quiet streets, little foot traffic, and few cameras. If she trusted that person, she might have agreed to meet them and brought her cat along, thinking she'd be back soon. The carrier would have made her easy to identify if anyone had seen her walking, but no confirmed sightings have ever surfaced. If she was coerced, it might have started as persuasion rather than force, the kind that leaves no broken locks or signs of a struggle, only an empty room and a missing girl. Did she encounter a stranger? If she left on foot, Atraya could have crossed paths with someone she didn't know, someone who noticed a teenager alone that night carrying a pet. The carrier, meant to keep her cat safe, could have made her an easy target. Her hands were occupied, her movements slower. In this theory, the decision to take her cat became a tragic detail, a sign of care that might have left her more vulnerable. Or was it a quiet disappearance? There's also a smaller theory that Atraya simply left because she wanted to vanish for a while, but not forever. Maybe she was overwhelmed, searching for freedom, or just wanted space she couldn't find at home. But weeks turned into months, and no one heard from her since. If this began as a temporary escape, something along the way may have stopped her from returning. An accident, a misjudged situation, or someone who took advantage of her isolation. Each of these possibilities overlap at one point, that narrow window between the porch light and the next street light. And that's where the trail fades. What makes Atraya's case so unusual is how little about it fits the usual patterns. Most runaways have some sort of communication, a phone, a message, a post that hints at their next move, but Atraya didn't. Those who vanish by choice tend to leave a digital trail, or at least a direction. She left only questions. She walked out of a home where she was safe, took her cat, and simply vanished. No witnesses, no sightings, no clues. Just a teenager with a carrier in her hand and a short space of time where the world seems to have stopped recording her existence. That absence of motive, of evidence, and of sound is what turns this into more than just a missing persons case. One moment she's there, the next she's nowhere. Months later, as no sightings or evidence have been recovered, no one theory stands firm. Each one explains part of the story, but not the whole thing. If she ran, where did she go? If she was taken, how did no one see? If she left willingly, why hasn't she reached out to anyone? Even the one constant, her cat, adds to the strangeness. It's rare for someone to bring a pet into a disappearance. It suggests care, comfort, or intent. But it also complicates everything. If the cat was ever found, it might be the only piece of her that remains traceable. The disappearance of Atraya Berardi is a reminder that not every mystery is associated with chaos or violence. Sometimes it begins quietly, a closed door, a dark street, and a decision no one witnesses. Maybe she stepped into a car. Maybe she kept walking. Maybe someone else decided for her. And somewhere in that darkness, the truth still waits to be found. This is still an open and active investigation, so if anyone knows anything, no matter how small, please contact Rockledge Police Department. And as always, take care and thank you for watching.